Double salute in the building as always, man. Y'all already know the vibes. Y'all know the energy, man. Same thing, different day. We trying to stay up, trying to stay blessed, not stressed, stay away from the mess, man. What's good with the BlakGooseTV family? I'm back at it again with Fluence Boxing in the building. I'm absolutely ready for this reaction video, so hopefully y'all are too. By the way, disclaimer on some of the videos I'm dropping, y'all already know, especially if you seen Fluence and Zen yesterday, I'm dealing with allergies. It's been crazy, so if you see any of the sniffles, you see me, you know what I'm saying, wiping the nose, all that type of stuff, just pray for me. All right. I'm hoping this shit is going tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But it's allergy season for anybody, you know what I'm saying, on the allergy side of the game. So, yeah. Anyways, if you come up in here, man, like the video, comment on this joint, subscribe to the channel, notification gang, all the good stuff, man. Help us get into the algorithm. As always, engage with your boy because this motherfucking channel was built around y'all, what y'all think, y'all comments, y'all opinions, y'all perspective, all that good stuff. So please come up in here, go crazy, man. Don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? Never hold back. You ain't finna hurt nobody's feelings except your own. So, with that being said, we finna get into this reaction video. We got none other than the new trainer of Anthony Joshua, the brother of the newly retired Mikey Garcia on the motherfucking screen. It's not a long reaction video, but it's just long enough where I was like, hey, yo, I want to see what he has to say. I want to listen to it with the BlakGooseTV family. And you know what I'm saying? We kind of just roll from there. We don't got to be extra with it, but you know what I'm saying? We got to shine some light on this. You feel me? So this is going to be a quick little thing right here, but apparently Robert Garcia speaks on the recently retired Mikey Garcia. He should be the best one to know because not only is he the brother of Mikey, but he was also his trainer. And then apparently he also adds just a little bit of information on him being the new trainer of AJ and basically where his mindset is and also where AJ's mindset is. I thought this would be interesting. By the way, if you guys didn't know, yes, Mikey Garcia is officially retired. Check out the video I dropped for that yesterday, or excuse me, the day before, if you guys want a little bit more details on that. But as always, let's go ahead and get up into this reaction video because it's not about what I gotta say. It's about whoever I'm reacting to. So no need to hold this up any longer. Let's get into it.
Rob, you okay?
Great. What's that, a taser?
Yes, a taser, man.
Yeah. I'm scared. That shit looks like a
You're
taser.
upgrading with your equipment, man. How are you finding the UK, sir?
I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. You know, it's a little bit colder than than I'm used to in California, but I love it.
Okay, just walk me through the timeline now. You set up, obviously, you know, hooking up with Anthony Joshua.
What was it again?
Hooking up with Anthony Joshua. When did that start?
You know what? Since last December, I came to the UK and started working with him. I think he's you know, a very talented fighter and he's got a.
That's interesting. So I had someone when I originally announced, or not me originally announcing, but when it was publicly announced that AJ picked Robert Garcia as his new trainer. It was maybe about like a month ago, maybe a little bit more, maybe a month and a half, but it wasn't too long ago. And I remember one of the things that I said was, I'm hoping they had been secretly working together before then because it doesn't seem like there's enough time for Robert Garcia to be his new trainer and teach him anything or at least implement certain things into his game plan that would be effective for a Usyk fight because we're only talking about working with a new trainer for 3-4 months or whatnot. What are you going to see from that? You can even reference Triple G and Jonathan Banks, where you haven't really seen Jonathan Banks, what he can implement into Triple G's game plan or into his boxing style until maybe his last couple of fights. Like his first two fights with Banks, you know, he still seemed like he was the same guy that when he fought with Abel Sanchez, but then you kind of started seeing a switch in his last two fights. But anyways, long story short, I was saying, oh, okay, well, that's dope that he picked Garcia, but don't you think it's a little bit too late in the game? But to hear that he's been working with him since last December, which actually BlakGooseTV family member, he was the first one to tell me, say, hey, they announced it today, but he has been working to him. It's pretty known amongst the boxing community who's, you know, pretty heavy follower of AJ that he's been working with Garcia for a while now. So apparently it dates all the way back to December of last year.
A lot of things in his favor. You know, he's very tall, long jab, very strong jab, you know, reach advantage, the height advantage. So we're trying to use those in his favor.
Okay, obviously last time a lot of people were saying that you fought the wrong tactics coming into the fight. Do you think he needs to apply more pressure going into the second fight and go for the knockout?
100%, but we also have to be prepared for the opposite. We don't know what Usyk is going to bring into the fight. Usyk could fight a total different fight, so now we got to be prepared for different options. We have to have 2 or 3, maybe even 4 different plans because we don't know what Usyk is going to do. But obviously, the main thing is you apply pressure, use your strength and power to win the fight.
That's going to be what I'm going to be interested in. If Usyk comes in and he basically switches up his entire game plan and he boxes differently, what Usyk can definitely do, How will AJ react? Because AJ has never been necessarily a guy coming in where he can just switch and utilize different game plans. Like I hear Garcia saying, like, we need to have 2, 3, 4 different game plans in case of what Usyk brings. But I'm like, Joshua's never been the type of fighter where he can just change on the fly within the boxing ring or within the fight, I should say. He's always been a guy where it's just like, okay, either I'm a bulldoze this motherfucking opponent, or after the Andy Ruiz loss, I can outpoint this opponent. He's never been a guy where, oh shit, this isn't working mid-fight, let's switch it up. Actually, let me go a little further with that point where it's not even that he hasn't been that guy. It's heavyweights in general. Heavyweights are so goddamn, massive figures, or in the sense of like athletically and physical. They're just physical specimens where it's like the bigger you are, it's very hard to have that adjustment mid-fight, just because it's like, yo, if this is what works for me, this is what I'm going to carry out to the end. The only person who's really able to do that is Tyson Fury. That's why he's basically the best. And then also the other person is Alexander Usyk, who is someone who moved up from cruiserweight. So there's not too many there's not too many heavyweights who can be like, okay, we have 4 game plans. If this one doesn't work, use this one. If this doesn't work, use this one. Like that's usually the lower weights. So that's another thing I'm gonna be interested in seeing. Because also with Robert, I know he trains heavyweights, right? But a lot of his notable fighters are lower weight classes guys who can do things like that, right? So it's just that's going to be an interesting dynamic, because even if they have 5, 6 different game plans, if something doesn't work, it's hard for me to believe that AJ is going to be able to switch that. I think whatever he's initially going to come with in that first 1 to 4 round, that's what we're going to see. My opinion.
What sort of tweaks are you going to do for Anthony Joshua to give him improvements?
You know what? We just got to give him the right sparring partners, the right works with the pads, and just motivate him mentally. I think that's the most important thing. Mentally, know that he could do it, and make him believe in himself.
Okay, obviously, if Anthony Joshua comes through this fight, Tyson Fury said he's going to come out to retirement. Do you believe Tyson Fury's retired, or he's just waiting on the sideline for the winner?
If the fight is here in the UK, I think it's going to be the biggest heavyweight fight of all time.
That's funny. He said the fight is here in the UK is going to be the biggest heavyweight fight of all time. Nigga, it can't be nowhere else in the UK. Tyson Fury can't come to the US. Respectfully, you a legend, Robert, but come on, man. It has to be in the UK.
So definitely would be. I'm sure he would do it, and I'm sure he will. He will come out of retirement to do that fight, because it would be the biggest ever.
Final one from me, Mikey Garcia. Just talk to me about that. He's retired, right?
Yeah, you know what? Mikey retired, and he announced it yesterday or 2 days ago. But since his last fight, he told me that this is my last.
I love how Robert said he announced it like 1 or 2 days ago. That man didn't announce nothing. That nigga just put it in his Instagram handle. He didn't announce nothing. I'm like, majority of boxing fans probably don't even know Mikey Garcia is retired because he didn't make it known. I'm like, you just got to happen to roll across my little ass boxing channel or see it on, whatever the case may be, or be a Mikey Garcia fan. But he definitely ain't announced it. Like, kept that shit under the wraps.
Fight, walking into the ring, he told me, I don't feel it anymore. I don't feel it. And right before they even gave it the decision, Mikey told me, you know what, I'm never going to do it again. I said, congratulations, I love you, brother. Never do it again. And, we already knew that, but he just announced it yesterday.
Okay, so did you support that? Did you want him to box on, or did you support?
You know what? No, if he doesn't have the hunger to it, if he doesn't have the love for the sport anymore, definitely not, because I don't want him to get hurt.
Bam.
I don't want him to just go out and pick a fight and get hurt. If he doesn't have the love for the sport, can he still do it? Yes, but if he doesn't have the love for the sport, no, I'm 100% with his retirement. I'm really, really happy that he made that decision.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks a lot. Wish you all the best. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. Salute to Robert Garcia, man, legend in the sport as a trainer. Salute to Mikey Garcia. Not a Hall of Fame career, but goddamn close. You know what I'm saying? I think if he would have even if he would have went and lost, like say he fought Tevin Farmer, lost. Say if he fought Devin Haney, lost. Say if he fought Kambosos, but I actually think he could beat Kambosos, lost, or Lomachenko, or any of these guys we're talking about. Ryan Garcia, I think he could beat Ryan Garcia, but sick, he lost to any of them. I think that would have pushed him over the edge to Hall of Fame. I think he just needed some of those notable names on his resume where it would have pushed him to be a Hall of Famer. Now he still might be. I don't know. Boxing is kind of weird where that could still happen, but I think even if we would have, he lost to Earl Spence, but I think if he would put a couple, other notable names on there, I think he would have been a for sure Hall of Famer. But at the same time, I agree with Robert, man. If you don't feel it, you don't want to do it anymore, man, get the fuck up out of here, man. You ain't owing nobody nothing, man. This life is so goddamn short, man. Enjoy the time you have, and enjoy the time that you have with your family, especially. And make the most of it. But how do you guys feel about that, man? Drop it in the comments below. Hey, look, it's been a little slow on the boxing week side of the game. It is what it is, but you already know I'm always gonna bring y'all content, even when the allergies is going crazy. You see, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? So show me love, man. Drop your motherfucking likes below. Subscribe to the channel. Comment on this joint as always, man. On Sports Nigga side of the game. I will be back with more boxing.